When you enter battle with the enemy, in the top left corner you're going to see the name of the enemy, their level, and the number of enemies you're fighting. So if you look in the bottom left corner of the screen, you're going to see the number of characters that I can exert some sort of control over during this battle. Even though I have 3 people in my party fighting right now, only 2 of them are under my control. And I'm actively controlling only one of those, which is Alphen or Iron Mask. I can see the health bar for each of my controllable characters, so one for Alphen and one for Shion. And that health bar will be green, fully green if I have full health, along with a little number indicating the number of health points at the bottom. And then I have 3 blue diamonds at the top of that health bar. Those are my AG points, so my artist gauge. And I use up one of those diamonds for each artist attack that I complete. To replenish those, I basically just have to run away and avoid attacking for a few seconds. They do replenish very quickly. In the bottom left corner, there's a diamond shape with the face of each character, and there's a soft glowing outline that will build during the battle. Eventually you will have a full outline, and that will allow you to perform a boost attack. You don't have to use it right away. You can carry it over to the next battle if you'd like, but if you do want to use it, you're going to press the direction on your directional pad of the character that you want to apply it to. So you're about to see that Alphen's diamond outline is about to glow. And if I press up on the directional pad, I can activate his combo, his boost combo, and deliver that. If both of them are available at the same time, then I can activate them in quick succession to each other. We're going to rewatch the same clip, but this time instead of focusing on the bottom left corner, I want you to focus on the enemy. And you're going to see a white cross surrounded by a white diamond shape. And that's going to be over whichever enemy I'm focusing my attacks on. That diamond around the cross is going to start filling up with blue with every attack, but if I pause at any point the succession of my attacks, it resets to 0. Other characters hitting that same enemy as me will also help fill it up with blue. So it does help to combine, to gang up on the same enemy with the other characters. And once it's fully filled up in blue, you will activate your strike attack. I do believe that's a limited time effect, a limited opportunity, and you can press any direction on the directional D-pad to activate it. This will basically be a boost attack with all of your characters combined. That will be quite powerful. On the bottom right corner, you're going to see the 3 artist attacks that are available to you, and the buttons that you have to press on your controller to use them. Those will be different if you are on the ground compared to if you jump in the air. Then you have your aerial artist selection that will appear instead, and they will appear white if they are usable. They'll be dark gray if you run out of your artist points, and if you use the same artist attack consecutively too many times, then it will turn red to indicate that you cannot use it anymore, but the others will still be available to you until you run out of your artist points. As you're fighting in the game, you're going to have a bunch of white numbers that pop on the screen. Those are your hit points, and they appear for every hit that you make, but also every hit that other characters make. So it does get a bit confusing. In my current character setup with my weapons and my levels, most of my regular attack hits are in the region of about 30. My artist hits are doing about 50 damage points per strike, and then my boost points are doing about 150, and my combined strike hit points are doing about 800 in damage. And there's also differences in how many times you can hit with each of these consecutively. So I think the artist attacks I can typically do 2 or 3 in a row. The boost attack I managed to get a couple hits in, and the strike is just 1 hit only. In the top right corner of the screen, the combo hit points are going to start appearing. You can see the number of hits that you've chained in your combo and the damage underneath, the total cumulative damage underneath that. So you have to chain in quick succession certain attacks, and there's some rules, like you shouldn't be doing the same artist attack like more than 3 times in a row or something like that. If you do that, it'll interrupt the combo. But if you move from like a ground artist to an aerial artist and back to a ground artist, that's considered good, I think. It doesn't sound like the combos increase the number of damage points per hit, but it is supposed to help increase your boost gauge and your strike gauge as well. I think there's a minimum number of damage points that your hits are supposed to do for those to be able to build, though. So the other type of points that you're going to see, so you have these white numbers indicating the damage for each hit point that you or other characters successfully make on your enemies, and then the red numbers will be the damage points that they successfully apply to someone in your party. And then if you see a number in green, that will be the number of HP points being healed for someone in your party. So Shion has an artist called First Aid that uses up cure points. I'll talk about that in a second. And she can heal, instead of attacking, she can choose to heal someone in the party. And so you'll see a big green number pop up on the screen. On the right hand side, below the combo, you'll see the cure points. And it's currently set at 156 out of 180. And when Shion performs her first aid on Alphen to increase his health points, you see that number drop down by 12 points. The 12-point reduction appears in red just above it, and so I lose 12 points of cure points, and I'm down to 144. These cure points are shared amongst the entire party, and they allow you to perform certain functions such as healing, but also some of Alphen's special fire-related powers also use up cure points. And these don't reset at the end of the battle, but they will reset if you rest at a campfire or in an inn. There's also some items you can consume to increase them, I believe. So a couple of more things to mention. If you focus on the enemy, you will see the yellow enemy health bar decreasing, and then sometimes break will appear on the screen. I do think that's indicative of you performing attacks that will break the stance of the enemy. And then when that happens, they will be down, so you'll see them collapse onto the ground. And during that state, they will be vulnerable to your attacks, so I believe that your attacks will deal more damage during that down time. And then there's also a special attack called Over Limit, which I won't go over, that you can only perform when the enemies hit downed. The break stances will also help build your boost break gauge, I believe. Once you defeat your enemy, you will see the results board pop up on your screen. So you'll get a number of experience points, a number of special points, your added score, and the time that it took to complete the battle, as well as a bonus score. You'll also see the status of your characters, so I can see the health bar and total number of special points for Alvin and for Shion, as well as in a circle to the left of their name you'll see their level, and there's a glowing outline to that level which shows how far away they are from reaching the next level. The experience points and special points that you get from your battle will depend on a combination of factors such as how quickly you defeated the enemy, how many enemies you fought at the same time, how you used your combos, how you used your boost attacks and your special attacks. So the more elegant you are with your battle, the higher the points that you'll earn. My final advice to beginners is to spend some time exploring the menu. For example, your RT's menu option will allow you to choose which RT's attacks are assigned to which buttons, and as you learn new ones, you'll want to assign a variety of RT's attacks to take advantage of elemental weaknesses and also build up your boost and strike gauges. The skill panel is another important area. You're going to be earning SP points during your battles, and you can spend those in the skill panel to increase the number of your max AG capacity, learn some unit attacks, get some special perks and benefits such as increased defense. Definitely start visiting this regularly after every few battles. The strategy section will allow you to put together a sort of battle plan to give guidelines to the AI controlling the side characters during battles. And then the final section that I recommend is checking out the field guide. You have your activity records there if you forget what your quests and subquests are, but more importantly you have the help section, which is all the guidelines that are given to you during the game, such as what a combo is and how to activate your boost attack. There's like everything that you need to know about how to play the game is in this help section.